Hey, Mike. What? Who's got next?
What's good, y'all? It's your man, Hezo, and welcome back to the Blacktop, where I always got next, you feel me? So, breaking news, man. We got the biggest trade of the offseason so far. Y'all know I had to come on here and make this video. Y'all already know where I'm about to go with it. So before I dive into it, if y'all new to my channel, go ahead and hit that sub button down low. I'm on my way to my first 400 subscribers, so I appreciate if y'all can help me get there. Leave a like on the video, and let's get right into it. So Dejounte Murray is a Hawk. Man, I cannot tell y'all how hype I am right now. Trey finally has an elite backcourt mate, defensive guard, to help the defense of this Hawks team. And they, in my opinion, got a steal with the package they gave up. Danilo Gallinari and 3 first-round picks, to me, is a finesse. I don't care what nobody says. Oh, they gave up too much, whatever. 3 first-round picks. I don't care, man. It's an all-star guard in the middle of his prime on a good contract with 2 years left. They can renegotiate and extend him after the 2 years, whatever. This was an incredible trade for the Hawks. I am so hyped. Just a absolute dub overall. When you're gonna look at this Hawks team next season with Trey and Dejounte in the backcourt, that's easily the best backcourt in the Eastern Conference, no doubt about it. And if I'm Travis Schlenk, I'm calling John Collins and saying, you know what? We still want you here. That's step one. And then I'm calling the Suns and offering Capella and Kevin Huerter to the Suns for DeAndre Ayton in a sign and trade. Now, will that stuff all happen? Probably not. John Collins will probably still get traded. It is what it is. We'll see what they potentially decide to move him for if he does get moved. But we'll see what happens with that. But overall, this is a dub of a trade. As a Hawks fan and all my Hawks fans out there, I know y'all are hype as hell about this trade. This has been kind of a conversation that's been going on the past several days now. A lot of people, is it speculation? Is it going to actually happen? There was no doubt in my mind that it was definitely a possibility, but I was kind of skeptical about it. I thought the Spurs asking price was a little bit too high, but obviously we was able to keep all of our young assets, was able to keep Kevin Huerter, was able to keep John Collins, was able to keep Onyeka Okongwu, was able to keep DeAndre Hunter, and pull off this deal is an absolute dub. Man, I am so fired up about this trade. This was the biggest trade so far we have seen this offseason, and an incredible move for the Hawks. I am hyped. I am so hyped. We are going to be so fun to watch next year, and I think we could be a legit threat in the Eastern Conference. One thing I kept seeing on Twitter before this trade even went down was this move doesn't make sense for the Hawks. They already have an all-star ball handler, a ball-dominant guard, all that, blah, 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 blah. None of that shit matters, man. If you are an NBA fan, you know in today's game, the game is positionless basketball. A 6'4" shooting guard, it doesn't matter. We see 6'4" power forwards in centers. Like, come on, man. If you think Trey or Dejounte Murray can't play off ball, you don't watch enough basketball. One of the biggest primary struggles of the Hawks last year was when Trey was on the court and he got trapped. They had no secondary ball handler to help him out with all the traps and everything. Now the Hawks have that, and an elite ball handler and playmaker in Dejounte Murray. They are going to play so well off each other. In my opinion, I think this was an incredible move overall. Like I said, if I'm Travis Schlenk, I'm going to try and get a sign and trade done with DeAndre Ayton as well. If you can formulate a starting 5 of Trey, Dejounte, DeAndre Hunter, John Collins, and DeAndre Ayton going into the next season, yeah, they'll be in the luxury tax. It's a lot of money tied up into those guys, but that's a solid starting 5 to compete for a championship. And y'all can miss me with that otherwise, because 2 all-star all-star point guards, an all-NBA point guard, an all-defensive, I know he didn't make the all-defensive team, but he's an all-defensive type player in Dejounte Murray. That's a championship caliber team if they can pull off another trade. We'll see what Travis Schlenk has, what else he has up his sleeve. I don't think the Hawks are done. Obviously, I've already mentioned John Collins. Is he going to be on the move? We will see. But overall, a dub for my Hawks. I can't wait to see what happens next season. So with that being said, let's kind of talk about some of the other trades that are going on. The Pistons, they made the move last night for Alec Burks and Nerlens Noel. I thought that was a big dub for them. I mean, the Pistons really right now are winning the offseason. They had an excellent draft. Yeah, they took on some salary getting those guys, but I don't think that they're going to stay put this offseason in terms of offering Miles Bridges a contract, offering DeAndre Ayton a contract. And I think that's smart. That's 2 salaries that's going to come off the books for next year's free agency, which is I think it's a bigger free agency class, if I'm not mistaken. So the Pistons, man, they're going to have a really nice young core to build around obviously I've already mentioned that in the past video. The Pistons right now, they are winning the offseason. The Knicks, I've already talked about that. If y'all haven't seen my Knicks offseason video, they're about to offer Jalen Brunson a 4-year, $110 million contract. Mistake in my opinion, but I've already talked about that. And then the trade that happened earlier today with Washington and Denver. Washington getting back Will Barton and Monte Morris in exchange for Ish Smith and who was it? KCP, Contavious Caldwell-Pope, which in my opinion, that's a dub for Washington. Looks like they're starting to build a little bit of kind of young talent down there. Monte Morris has always been an underrated, solid point guard in my eyes. And that him going to Washington to pair alongside Bradley Beal once he gets his contract extension, I think that is a big dub for them. Denver, I understand the move because they got Jamal Murray coming back off injury, and they got Bones Highland, who really was a Cinderella story for them last season. He really came out and showed that he's a solid backup point guard in the league. So a big dub for Washington, and again, I understand the move for the Denver Nuggets as well. A couple other news around the NBA. Bradley Beal declined his contract, his player option. He's gonna get probably the max contract from Washington. James Harden declined his option. He's gonna probably renegotiate with Philly to get him a smaller deal so they can potentially go after PJ Tucker. Good move in my opinion for them. We are off to a hot start already, man. Free agency starts, I think, tomorrow at 6 p.m. I cannot wait. A lot of moves to be made. We're gonna see a lot of dominoes fall on a lot of guys that didn't get the qualifying offer extended. Mo Bamba didn't. Dante DiVincenzo didn't. These are quality free agents that are probably going to be on the move to other teams. So I am excited, man. So I'm going to pretty much leave it there, man. I had to come on and record this video, which actually is crazy because I was actually planning on recording a video about Dejounte Murray tomorrow if there was still no deal done between now and tomorrow. I was going to talk about the rumor and all that, but as we see, we're here now. So thank goodness, man. My Hawks came through for me. So we'll pretty much leave it there, man. Let me know what y'all think down in the comments. Did the Hawks take a dub in this trade? What do y'all think that we're going to do next season if you're a Hawks fan? How do y'all think Dejounte Murray and Trey are going to mesh in the backcourt? Leave a like on the video, and I will catch y'all next episode.